definitely there was a lot of discrimination. Not an industry girl, not the money, not the car. I faced a lot. Men in the industry don't like women
Who can
whoever
give it back?
exactly, or whoever say, or whoever brain, because as a society, India is still like a masculinist society, and it's still like, yes sir, like whatever you say, whatever a man says. There are people who call me boring, yeah. Because I mean, they say you're a lot of fun, but you're pretty boring as a person. There's only been one person who I felt was the worst I've had the experience. One director, he abused me on set because there was an issue because of his chief AD. He just like said something in Hindi, and I looked at him, and he's like, "You're late." I was very calm even then, because generally I'm calm. But I wasn't late. I was like, I've been here before all of you. I was here before the Mehboob studio opened. The time for the shoot to start, I said, I've been here before all the other actors came. I said the outfit had an issue because it was change. The outfit was a change from the something. So I said, so it's not like my fault. And he abused me again. That's it.
Are you dating anybody at this point?
I am. It's been 2 years, 2.5 years. I think they also expected outdoor shoot. We'll just be really nice to her. Things maybe change then. But I'm also really smart. I said, I'm not going to sleep alone. I used to make my makeup artist sleep in the room with me. I said, oh, I'm scared, I won't sleep. But it's not the ghost that you're scared of, it's that person. Then there was another experience where halfway through the film, one of the producers telling, like co-produced, it was a project, he told the maker of the film, I don't want her in the movie. Why is she there? This is after we are starting shoot 4-5 days and all. He's like, no, she's my heroine. But that person came, the maker, and he comes and he's like, did this happen with this guy? And I looked and I laughed. I was like, yes sir, why? He's like, no, he just told me, why is Esha there in the movie? He's like, and I realized because internally,
you said no.
Yeah, because internally everyone knows.
One of my first few interviews as a rookie reporter was with Esha Gupta, and imagine it's been years to that, but certainly she has not changed, and that's the beauty of Esha Gupta. Today, welcoming in conversation with me only on Bollywood Bubble is Esha. I'm so happy. I was waiting. Finally we are not doing it on Zoom or on
or
live
phone or anything.
Yeah, it's lovely because I feel that human interaction is what I've been missing, and especially, like I said, that you've been one of the kindest people to me.
Thank you,
from a time तब tiger reporter बोला जाता था मुझे Calcutta में in a paper, in a small student paper. But Esha, you've always been that person.
Yeah.
You have never looked at people and what do I say? You've not segregated them into groups because of their positions, powers, anything. And that's the beauty of it. Thank you for doing that. And you've been a role model to a lot of women also. But at the same time, when you look at your journey, initially you don't belong to the industry. Were you accepted equally well the way you receive everybody around you, or did you feel a little lost in the beginning?
No, I definitely, there was a lot of discrimination. Not an industry girl, not the money, not the car. I faced a lot, but being a Delhi girl,
Yeah.
and by God's grace, I mean, our parents provided us more than enough, that they could. And you realize by being in every car, every thing, and every place, and every city in the world, that those are just materialistic things which people can be like, "Arey, is gaadi se aaya." Eventually, you realize it doesn't matter. You know what matters? Like for me, like if you tell me anytime right now, you tell me, would you like a private jet or get an opportunity, a ticket where you can travel anytime, anywhere in the world? I would want that. I want to just keep traveling the world, right? So I want to do that. So it's the same way. Like you realize that okay, some things are just for show off, and even in the industry, even I know, okay, there's a certain way you need to look because of the people, but that doesn't mean that's all that there is.
Yeah.
And in the industry, I did face it for sure. But also I realized people don't like intelligent people in the industry. They don't like, and especially when I entered, which is 9 years back, men in the industry don't like women
who can give it back.
Exactly, or whoever say, or whoever brain, because as a society, India is still like a masculinist society, and it's still like, yes sir, like whatever you say, whatever a man says. in a family like mine, we've been brought up with a man,
rights,
and with a man who has 3 women, and he loves all 3 women. He has to listen to all 3 of their gossip, and and my dad has to listen to my boyfriend's story. My father has to listen to my mother's gossip with his sister. Same with my sister. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much. So when you're brought up in such an environment, you're not bound to be a yes person. You're bound to be a person who be like, whether I should say yes or no. You are bound to be a thinking person. So that was very different in the industry, but now things are changed. No?
Absolutely, because you are right actually. If you see in this industry, relationships are also based on how many yeses you say compared to the no's. And especially for people who come from the outside world, who have no godfathers, it becomes increasingly difficult if you have a mind of your own, like you said.
If you, either, I mean, it works 2 ways. Either you have such a good mind that okay, this is the only way.
Yeah.
Just put your head down and jo bol raha hai, just keep doing that, listening to them, keeps making them happy and keep going.
Yeah.
Or then there's another, I think I'm a fool. I thought I have a brain. I have brain enough to give a reply to someone when they put me down. Or when they're putting someone else down, because kindness is one thing that I take in high regard. I really feel people who are not kind, or the way they speak to their staff and this and that, it really troubles me, and suddenly I judge them because I know how they are. If
you've been an extremely kind person, like I
thank you. So. And because it really matters to me how you talk to everyone around.
True.
Few days are different. We all go through bad days. And and then I think I was a fool, because there's another way. You think you have brain, and then you have to be like, yes, no, this one, and but then you make your own way.
Yeah.
You realize you carve your own way, and you realize, hey, you know what, I'm here because I did not want to do this. I did not want to be friends with that person for no reason. I didn't want to have a 11 p.m. get together because I want to sleep, and people calling you boring. But
that has also happened.
There are people who call me boring, because I mean, they say you're a lot of fun, but you're pretty boring as a person, and you're like, dude, what? Because I'm really sarcastic, and that, so everyone's like, dude, you're so sarcastic. How come, like, oh, you're so boring? Why? Because I want to sleep. I want to have dinner at 7 or 8.
And sleep
early. Yeah. So the other day, in fact, now I came back after so long, and I wanted to, I made plans with my friends, and a couple of them who are from industry who I talked to, we are friendly, and they made a plan, and I was like, can we do 7:30 dinner? They all got so pissed. They're like, we are only getting 10:30. So I was like, okay, then chodo, we'll meet next time. So yeah, I've been called boring as well.
But when you talk about your show, I love the promo.
Thank you.
And also very interesting title, because anyway, it talks about the glamour world, and not just our industry. Everybody, unfortunately, has a nakab, good, bad, ugly, everybody has it, and it comes on and off depending on circumstances and situations, sometimes right, sometimes wrong. Especially when you meander through the industry and you meet people like this, how do you deal with fakeness, people with nakab? How do you deal with that, or have you gotten better at it over the years?
I think I have gotten better. It's the fact that if you want to change the world, you need to change yourself. It's really true. It's really about the fact as well, which I've been saying. I've realized, I don't know whether it's COVID, I don't know whether it's circumstances, I don't know what's happened. There's so many things I've just let go, So it's like, instead of being like, arey ye aisa ho raha, and I used to take it to heart, because I know exactly what they have spoken about me, and I know exactly what they're talking about me at that moment. But that used to affect me, that I'm not going to work with this person, I'm not going to do this. But I still got the work from those people. But I was always hurt. But what happened is, eventually, the only person who was hurt in that whole process was me. Now I've come to the point, it really doesn't matter. Because we're going to work and I'm going to go home. It's the same way when we were in school, we never liked any of our teachers. Except 1 or 2 favorites, you hate your teachers. But when you go back home, it's like, how does it matter? You're playing with your friends, you're doing everything. It really doesn't, neither does it affect the teacher that this student hates me.
Yeah. Beyond a point, you can't be emotionally attached to.
Exactly. And beyond a point, it's only your job. You give everyone utmost respect, because also what happens many a times when someone doesn't like someone, they tend to disrespect them. Luckily with me, never happened. I've never disrespected someone, but someone or the other has said some things to me. But
like what?
I mean, there's only been one person who I felt was the worst I've had the experience. One director, he abused me on set because there was an issue because of his chief AD. Whenever I have been late on set, it's either, I won't say it's not, there have been times that I've just missed the alarm altogether, a couple of times, but it's always either there's too much traffic, I didn't calculate the time, but I'm never really late. And once, because there was some outfit issue, the miscommunication between the AD team and the director team, and they didn't convey to each other because it was a white outfit with a big mark here, so you cannot wear even in the close-up.
Yeah.
And the moment I reach on set and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I like this one tell you, and he just like said something in Hindi, and I looked at him and he's like, you're late. I was very calm even then because generally I'm calm. I like, but I wasn't late. I was like, I've been here before all of you. I was here before the Mehboob studio opened. I mean, the time for the shoot to start, I said, I've been here before all the other actors came. I said the outfit had an issue because it was change. The outfit was a change from the something. So I said, so it's not like my fault. And he abused me again. That's it. That was enough for me. The second abuse, first abuse, I was still okay. It's a very Delhi lingo also. And my father's half Punjabi, so when I meet, my dad doesn't abuse at all, but when I meet his other cousins and all from Punjab, the way they talk, it's pyar mein, you know, it's not a gali. So first time I took it, but the second time when he said, from there in the costume, I told him the same thing back. What he said to me, I was like, you know what, you are this. I was like, don't ever talk to me. I was like, don't ever disrespect me, you uneducated fool. I literally said that. I walked out straight from there. I still remember it was my first car I had bought at that time. That was the year I just sat. Went straight from the Mehboob, removed all the rollers, everything. I sat in the car in the same dress and I just went home. And then the EP of the film and the producers, they had to call me and, you know, they're like, we want to come meet you and apologize. I'm like, no. The person who said it has to apologize.
Did he apologize?
He did after 2 days, and that's when I went on set. Otherwise, I won't have.
Great. I think women should be like this. Actually, men and women both.
Men and
because
women
self-respect comes way before any... And self-respect and dignity should come way before any profession, personally.
But not
anything.
ego. A lot of people,
absolutely not
you
ego.
know, in a country, a lot of people, not in a country, but in a country I've seen more because this is where you live, this is your country. People have a, you know, they confuse ego and self-respect.
Absolutely.
So I really hope that people even get to know, that it needs to be self-respect, not ki main ye hu.
But you know, also we live in a time whenever it's almost sexist, if I'm not wrong. Whenever there are two heroines
they think jhagda hua hoga. I don't understand.
They don't say the same about two men. Let me tell you that I interviewed Priyanka Chopra a few years ago, and she was going to produce this film which was about two heroes, and she said that, you know, no two leading men want to share screen.
Yeah, because
we've grown up. Yeah, and we've grown up watching, you know, the Ram Lakhans and the Karan Arjuns and everything. Now nobody wants to do it.
No, because I've heard also the stories when there are two men, they want to cut each other's role and dialogue cut. Arey, uska dialogue zyada powerful hai, mera nahi. Honestly, on this, like this set, and I've worked before. I've worked with
absolutely.
actresses before.
So many.
And today, in fact, today has been 9 years of Raz. I worked with Bipasha. Oh my God, like. At that time, I was so starstruck. Oh my God. And it's Bipasha as the epitome of hotness and that white dress coming out.
That's true.
And I met her, of course, I was a little jittery and all because just my second film. And second film also happened by chance because some actress walked out. I was already on contract with Bhatz. They are like, this is the movie, this is the story. Would you like to do it? I heard it was an amazing film, and me and Bipasha were always there in the film. I said, of course. So it happened, and you know, you're just like, oh my God. No issues. Guess what? Her team, she was so nice and she taught me so much how stars should be. Her team, actually, her costume and hair, because I didn't have a big costume. I had the costume which was for everyone. I didn't have a separate costume like she did. I didn't even have a boy. I didn't have anyone. One person who was hair and makeup with his assistant. That's it. So we didn't know much because we were all new. And her team, in one of the scene, like some outfit issue was happening, like, oh my God, major outfit issue. Either we don't shoot or someone needs to stitch, who knows. Her team immediately, like she sent her team, they came to my rescue, they did all of that.
Bipasha is amazing.
So you know what I mean? And you get to learn, this is what I want to be because I want people to talk about me behind my back this. That, hey, Esha did this, rather than on my face you say something, at least behind my back you're telling other people this.
Absolutely, because when I see you and Malika today, I have not seen the bond pehle, right? You guys don't know each other. This is the first time I'm seeing, and I genuinely see a vibe, you know, and I do feel that women are way more secure than men in the business.
Of course, and women are more intelligent. They know more about stuff. Men just want to be, it's like it's the same way when you go to the gym.
Yeah.
You see most of the men, they are only up here, but they have chicken legs. Women are more stronger.
I remember this conversation we had where this was not a part of an interview. We had a conversation, I remember, where whoever you were clicking pictures with, you were invariably linked to that person.
Yeah.
Even to your brother.
My brother, Dubai cousin.
Yeah. And what was the state of mind?
One of my gay friends also, for the longest time, people thought that we are a couple, and I'm like, Then my brother, who's this year turned 21, and I'm like, So it's like, किसी के साथ भी picture खींचा.
No, and that time the problem was also that they were age shaming. Like, oh, younger boy.
Yeah.
There was that, because I had reached out to you and I said that, don't
you, but to me it never mattered, because when I was in studying in UK, at that time I was dating a guy 7 years younger to me. So it was it, and he was in the US at that time, and then he was still studying, and then I became an actor. So that was the longest. I mean, 5 years we dated, but I've been with someone, so it's and
it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah,
it's nobody's business.
And it's just so funny when people say it, because my parents have a 13-year gap. My mother's 13 years younger, and no one says that's an issue.
Yeah.
Except then me and my sister, we make fun, that, oh, you married an old man. But in reality, no one makes fun of them and say, oh, a woman is 13 years younger. Then why should it matter if a man is?
But are you dating anybody at this point?
I am. It's been 2 years, 2.5 years.
So are you planning to settle down sometime soon? Do you look forward to marriage as an institution? Do you believe
I believe in marriage as an institution. I truly believe in it. Also, I think because in my family, I've seen my nana nani, I've seen my mum side, my dad's side. We are not so close because they all live abroad. But everyone is very family person. So it's something that I really believe in marriage. Eventually it will happen for us only, inshallah, but not right now. We've spoken about it. We know how it's gonna be. I even know it's gonna look like a pandemic wedding without being a pandemic, because I only want those 20 people.
That's so expected. मतलब मैं बोलूँ भी कहाँ पे कि I will dance at your side. That's not possible.
I'll sell exclusive pictures.
Please, that's not you. You can't. But I will wait for that day to come. I want to see you selling exclusive pictures of your wedding. If that happens, everybody, where is the team? If that happens, I will see.
You have no idea. I've been telling people, I have give my pictures. No, I have to even realize, I keep telling my boyfriend and my mother also as a joke. I जब भी जिससे भी शादी होगी मेरी, I'm gonna get from all the relatives a contract signed that if the information gets leaked by you, you have to pay me money. I said, this is what I'm gonna do.
Fab. But finally, which is very important today. Today, people like you, you are financially independent. There was a point of time when you had financial issues because you wanted to be independent and you were struggling on your own. And also at the same time, I'll club two things because we are running out of time. What women go through is also a lot of slut shaming for what they do. They are told often what they should do, what they should not do, what they should wear, what they should not wear, which is a problem. Every time you have a fantastic body, and every time you put up a picture, there are a lot of ruthless comments on your body, which is eventually, although body shaming doesn't have to be fat shaming or slim shaming. It can be any shaming. Does that bother you? Did that ever bother you? And how do you deal with those days?
It bothered me a lot before. Then I grew over it to the fact that, these are also the people who've not got that exposure.
Yeah.
Because they've
the education.
All the education. And, it's in a country like ours, what happens is there's so many things which are banned, including porn. And they see it as a bad thing. And this is why so many, bad things happen to girls. But the thing is, they're the same people. There are some people who will troll you and be like, aapke wajah se rape happened. But then a 3-year-old child is also raped. Yeah. So I don't understand how you saw her naked maybe. Yeah. A 3-year-old child, how do you see you know what I'm saying? So it's it really bothered me before. But I'm just you know what, you're a nobody to me. You're not helping me in my finances, as a friend, or in anything. Who are you to me? So it doesn't matter. But I must say, it's still a little more blessed country to be in, where I've been reading in the news that, you know, in the other part of the world
Yeah,
altogether,
Oof.
that what women have to go through, they have to cover up themselves. And then another part
And
of the
it's sad.
world, the developed part of the world, where, you know, the government is going to decide whether you can, you know, abort a rape, when you're raped and you get pregnant, if you can abort the child or not.
Can I tell you something? There's a state in India which is actually legalized marital rape. They said marital rape is not
rape. I know that.
And that's the worst thing I read in recent times. So we are also regressing.
No, and also, you know what's happening now? The in our country, in the world in general, people are not realizing what is feminism and what is not.
Yeah.
Problem is, a lot of men who have ego want to control the women, and women who have ego want to show I am the boss. Like that whole slap thing also had happened of the driver. Oh my God.
It should be about equality.
Which people are, I think it's the education and exposure, and it will take a long time.
Yeah.
Look at our politicians. The moment there's rally happening, they'll start abusing each other, pointing at their family. So it's like, it's, you know, it has to start from somewhere. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. You know, you've always been a fierce person, and you've spoken your mind without mincing words. You have had that certain power of screen.
Yeah.
People wouldn't like to mess with you.
Yeah.
But even then, even the most powerful men and women have had to battle a casting couch in the industry, especially where people do try to make a move on you. Have you been in that position where somebody has directly or indirectly, you know, passed a remark or a sexual comment?
Yeah. Two people, they've done that to me. One of them, well, I did the film still. You know, because it was a little sly move, you know. I think they also expected outdoor shoot, we'll just be really nice to her, things maybe change then. But I'm also really smart. I said, I'm not going to sleep alone. I used to make my makeup artist sleep in the room with me. I said, oh, I'm scared, I won't sleep. But it's not the ghost that you're scared of, it's that person, you know, because you never know when they, and you don't want to be disrespectful, but the problem is also they only do it to us. They won't do it to the industry kids because they know wahan pe to their parents would come and kill you. You know, but to us, you would do thinking ki arey se kaam chahiye. So eventually I saw a very dirty side of that person I worked with, because they became vindictive when they realized, oh shit, she's not going to do anything with me, you know, because that's the only film I think my mother also went with me. Usually I call my parents when it's outdoor shoot, just in between, but not the whole film. So that person got very vindictive, very negative with me and this and that. I mean, but the result of that film was, you know, there's karma always. That was a bad experience. Then there was another experience where halfway through the film, you know, one of the producers telling, like co-produced, it was a project, he told the maker of the film, I don't want her in the movie. Why is she there? This is after we are starting shoot 4-5 days and all. He's like, no, she's my heroine. But that person came, the maker, and he comes and he's like, did this happen with this guy? And I looked and I laughed. I was like, yes, sir. Why? He's like, no, he just told me, why is Esha there in the movie? He's like, and I realized because internally.
He said no.
Yeah, because internally everyone knows. It's like you saying, I don't want to talk to Esha Gupta. So people would know, maybe, you know, the reputation precedes you. So it was those, but there are also people who don't give me work because they say, she's not going to do anything, what's the point? So because they've come to me and they've said me, like my other agents and people, they're like, hey, this is what they said about you. But you realize, you know what, you make your own way.
But that's more power to you actually, because that's how people should be. And I hope that we come to a state where we do an interview where we don't have to speak about all this, and there will be no more experiences like this to share.
Yeah,
but again, it's a utopian world, and God knows if we'll get to see that. But more power to you, and all the best for Naqab. And thank you for this lovely conversation. It's always lovely.
Thank you for being a great interviewer. Thank you. If you guys like this video, so please like, share and subscribe to Bollywood Bubble.